feeling young and maintaining vitality as we get older is a little tricky, but it's not as hard as it might seem. Because once you push past any mindset issues you might have about getting off your butt and doing things, you'll quickly realize how youthful you can actually feel. And I like to say that you're only as old as you feel, or let yourself feel. Because for the record, I'm 52, but I feel like I'm 32, and I probably act like I'm 22 on certain occasions. But also consider that I'm not in the best physical shape that I could be in, and I don't exercise as much as I should. But with all that said, I've got zero aches and pains that a lot of people my age complain about, and I'm relatively healthy. So let's talk about some of the things that you can do right now to feel more youthful. The first thing though is you've got to quit any bad habits. For example, if you're a smoker, you got to stop. I mean, nobody even smokes anymore, so try to get over it because it's killing you day by day. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad or call you out, but I'm kind of calling you out because smoking might be one of the single most things you can do to screw up your own body. But you know that, right? You're smart enough to know that already. So what are you doing? Make a plan right now to stop. You've got the power, my friend. Next, try to get outside more. Spend more time doing things outdoors. I mean, this helps get your endorphins flowing, and also just moving your body more can actually increase your metabolism and of course allow for easier weight management. I try my best to get in at least 10,000 steps per day. I don't always get it, but it's always something that's on my mind. So if I know I've got a busy day ahead of me where I'm going to be at my desk all day, I'll go get a few miles in first thing in the morning shortly after I wake up. This gets everything moving. I can think about my day, brainstorm ideas in my head before I sit down to work. Okay, this next one is sort of a two-parter, and it's to listen to the music you used to listen to when you were younger, and also watch the movies that you watched when you were younger. So listen, music is a strong trigger to your memories. And there's something about music that just takes you right back to that place and time when you heard it on the radio. Maybe it was the music you guys played on that road trip with your high school buddies when you had the best weekend ever. Movies also act as a trigger because they bring you back to a time when you were younger. So listen, who's old enough to remember when the original Star Wars first came out? Or Grease? And if you remember going to the theater to see those, let me know down in the comments. Okay, so of course, this brings us to your diet and vitamin supplements. You guys probably already know, if you've been around my channel for a while, that I'm a fan of vitamins. Now, Ritual Vitamins is sponsoring today's video because Ritual was founded with the belief that better health begins with better ingredients. Now, personally, I appreciate the traceability they offer because you always know the nutrients you're taking and where they come from because they show the supply chain. That's pretty cool, right? Ritual makes vitamins for both men and women, but the ones I take are the Essential for Men 50+. These are vegan-friendly, non-GMO, gluten and allergen-free. They don't use fillers, colorants, or any weird additives. Now, yes, technically, you can get all the nutrients you need from food. However, it's near impossible to eat a perfect, 100% balanced diet all the time. Essential for Men was developed with the key ingredients to help fill in those nutrient gaps in our diets. So they use oily and dry nutrients all in one capsule, and you can take it day or night with or without food. I take mine at nighttime just before bed because that's when my body's trying to repair itself, and I want to do everything I can to help it. Right now, Ritual is offering the viewers of this YouTube channel 10% off during your first 3 months using my code 40OF. So if you're interested in jumping on board, I'll leave our special link with the discount code down below in the description box that gets you that 10% off. Okay, next, we need to talk about having more sex. Listen, sex reduces anxiety. It's a stress reliever, and it also helps you to sleep better because getting better sleep is a very important part of feeling more youthful. Having more regular sex with your partner can make you look and feel up to 10 years younger. I also recently read that having more regular sex can activate natural painkillers in your own body. So listen, my friend, if you've got those annoying aches and pains, light a few candles, put on some sexy time music, and take your partner to Pound Town because it's good for the both of you in more ways than one. All right, now maybe this next one should have come before the last one, but it's to drink more red wine. Hear me out here on this one. There was a study that showed mice on a high-fat diet supplemented with resveratrol found in the skin of grapes had longer average lifespans than those not given resveratrol. Now, according to this study performed by the National Institute of Aging, resveratrol clearly reduced the risk of diabetes and liver problems in mice, which led to a significant decline in death relating to obesity. And scientists are now working to improve the potency of resveratrol so that they can develop a pill that contains just the right amount. But in the meantime, there's plenty of evidence that shows a little red wine can offset a lot of different health problems. A study from Johns Hopkins University suggested that red wine can diminish brain damage caused by stroke by as much as 40%. And other research shows that grapeseed prostanoids found in red wine helps reduce arterial clogging, resulting in lower cholesterol levels and a reduction in death from heart disease. Next is just to get out and do more stuff. See new things, have new experiences, travel if you can, and meet new people. Take the scenic route to work. I've talked about this a lot before in other videos, and I truly believe that in order to be more interesting, you have to do more interesting things. And this goes hand in hand with feeling youthful because now you have more things to talk about, right? You can now relate to a wider demographic of people and you can share your knowledge. Now, speaking of relating to a wider demographic of people, if possible, hang out with people younger than you. Personally, this is, I think, a pretty big one for me because I'd say that probably 50% of the people I hang out with on a regular basis are younger than I am. And I think that's fantastic, right? Because I pick up all kinds of stuff from these guys about pop culture, phone apps, slang terms, music, and electronics that I would have never known about or really even understood otherwise. And I like to think that I've got a pretty open mind about a lot of different things, so that does help me absorb a lot of what my younger friends are into and talking about. It's really a great way to stay in touch with your youth. Next up is to stretch every day. Stay flexible for as long as possible. I mean, this helps you avoid those stupid little injuries because you bent over too fast or you maybe pulled your hamstring because you were sprinting trying to race your son. Take up yoga or find a stretching routine online or even here on YouTube that you can do from home every single day. So I tore my adductor muscle a few years back and every so often it would get kind of irritated. So I started stretching and it hasn't given me any trouble since. I still want to be able to play golf well into my 80s, so it's important that I continue to work on my flexibility now so that I can enjoy more freedom of movement later down the road. That's where I'm wrapping up today, but before you go, please take 1.5 seconds and hit that like button because it is a massive help. And as always, my friends, thank you for watching, live well, and I'll see you in the next one.